Love the 2018 class and the group that's going in together besides Heather and Brenda. I've also played for Scott Hinman and I was able to coach Chris Humbert with my little bit of time in the men's national team. So I feel there's a connection all the way through.
For me personally, it's a day of gratitude and being able to thank everyone that supported me along the way.
Being inducted to the Hall of Fame is quite an honor. The Hall of Fame is already filled with such legends that have created opportunity and stability in our sport, and it's just an honor to be able to join them and potentially be able to do just the same for people in the future.
Hearing their stories and learning more about them just really, like I said, inspires me for the future, and learning about all the things that they accomplished and all their hard work that they put in is just really cool and something that our whole team aspires to be like.
Yeah, being in the Hall of Fame has made me sort of a legend where I live now, because water polo wasn't big there in Texas, but it's getting big now. So all the high school kids, I get a kick out of it because they holler at me, "Hey, Frankie!" So it's kind of a lot of fun being a legend.
Wonderful and certainly a little humbling to be surrounded by such an array of athletic talent. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the CEO of USA Water Polo, Mr. Ramsey, to say a few introductory remarks. Chris?
It's an important part of history. Knowing who you are also involves knowing where you came from and the people who set the table before. So last Hall of Fame induction, we had 3 Hall of Fame members in attendance. We have 30 this time, so that's a 900% increase, so give yourselves a hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year the Hall of Fame committee selected 5 inductees, but only 4 are going to be recognized here today because Chris Humbert is still in Europe. Chris was a member of 3 Olympic teams, 92, 96, and 2000, 3 Pan American teams, and while he was at Cal, he won 3 NCAA championships. Twice he was named the NCAA Player of the Year. His full bio is in the programs in front of you. He had a stellar career in Europe, competing for clubs in Italy and Greece, where he now lives, which kind of makes it tough on the commute. Okay. Our next inductee, ladies and gentlemen, is Guy Baker.
So in '91, I got a phone call coming back just right after Christmas, and on the answering machine was Coach Bill Barnett had called, and just kind of left a message like, "Baker, call me." He was calling for me to be an assistant coach with the '92 Olympic team, and they had an opening and playing, and so in this crazy world that we have, in a 1-year time period, I ended up being a UCLA men's head coach, playing in a championship game, which I'm going to get to with Chris, and also at the same time then going to the Olympic Games. 45 years of this sport now, and I'm still having a freaking great time.
Our next inductee, ladies and gentlemen, is Scott Hinman. Obviously, Scott couldn't be with us today, but we do have his mother Jean, his wife Barbie, and his family. Folks, next on the list to be inducted into the USA Water Polo Hall of Fame is Heather Petrie.
I asked when I received the email how many people are actually going to be here, how many Hall of Fame members, and when I got the list, I was absolutely blown away. Because to me, this is legendary. These are the people that gave me the opportunity to be here today, created what we have with USA Water Polo, and I'm just so blessed and honored to be a part of this group. Thank you guys so much for what you did. I appreciate all of you, and I just want to high five from all of you.
Our final inductee today, ladies and gentlemen, is Brenda Villa.
I wanted to say a huge thank you to my husband and to my daughter Gianna. I'm thankful that Gianna's here to be a part of such a great history for our sport, to be around so many incredible women role models. You know that alongside PD, Gianna and I will be holding that red, white, and blue bag, always cheering on the women and the men's team. So Team USA, always thank you.